What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are coming off of a pretty decent day in terms of money lines. Player props didn't go my way yesterday just because I had Gio Lopez, man. When you take Gio Lopez to get rushing yards and he ends up negative, it can be a little frustrating. But told you guys that college football sacks count as negative yards. Gio Lopez got sacked multiple times. He ended up with negative yards. It just wasn't a good day for North Carolina. Good thing is we took TCU money line yesterday and TCU spread, so we ended up making some good profit off of that game because TCU absolutely came out there and absolutely dominated North Carolina, which was honestly, even though I had TCU money line, I did not expect a domination from that game. Today we got baseball and we've got WNBA for this video. I'm just going to be going over baseball just because there's not any WNBA props that I really like, man. There's not a whole lot of value. I like some of the games tomorrow, so tomorrow we'll have some WNBA. But for today, I'm just going to stick to some MLB. I may have a slip or two for WNBA in our Discord, but for the most part, it is going to be a MLB type of day. That being said, guys, I do want to pick a winner from yesterday's video to win a free month of our VIP. If you're new to the channel, if our videos get 200 likes, I pick a random comment down below to win a free month of our VIP, which is pretty much a $25 giveaway. So if you guys want a chance at that, leave a comment on the video, leave a like on the video, and let's go ahead and pick our winner from yesterday. So the winner from yesterday's comment is going to be for Jim Bugna, who said, "Love the show. Thank you." Well, Jim, send me a message on Discord. I will get you added for that free month. I do appreciate the love and support from every single one of you guys. I do have a quick announcement for a Pigskin Pick'em. If you guys are interested, this is a VIP Pigskin Pick'em. So what it is, it's going to be a I'm sure you guys are familiar with that for NFL. All you do is every week you pick the team you think is going to win. You get points for picking the right teams. And then whoever has the most points each week ends up winning money. So we're doing one of those in our VIP. If anybody's interested, send me a DM on Discord, and I'll get you added to that. It's going to be a $100 buy-in. You can pay weekly. If you pay weekly, it's $5 a week. You don't have to worry about anything else. All you gotta do is give me the $5 each week before the game start on Thursday, and you're good to go. But if you want to pay it all up front, that's going to be the easiest way to keep up with it. Just letting you guys know anybody can get in on it in the VIP. So one thing that we are doing, and I wanted to get some more people in there. So Pigskin Pick'em is there. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. Some of our wins from yesterday. Money lines mainly what it's been that's been carrying us lately, guys, because money lines have been so profitable. This is for the first college football weekend. $3,300 profit is what we ended up with over this weekend. That's from Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday. So the last 3 days, up 3.3K on just our college football. We obviously had good Thursdays and Fridays on football as well. So actually this profit is a little bit higher over the complete weekend. But in the last 3 days, yesterday, Saturday, and Sunday, we are up 3.3 grand. Yesterday, we ended up having the Red Sox money line, which cashed, profited 172 on this one. I put some money on the Padres. Padres ended up selling me. They lost 4-3. I just wanted to go ahead and show that loss. Obviously, we're not winning every single slip, but that one ended up missing. And then we had TCU versus North Carolina. TCU minus 3.5 spread. Put 550 on that and profited 500. So good day overall. Hopefully, player props can be a little bit better to us going forward with college football because I really didn't like missing that college football slip. That being said, guys, let's talk about some of these games and let's talk about some of these player props. So obviously I got player props as usual. I'm giving away 2 free money lines if you guys do want to tell the money lines. I'm going to pull them up on RotoWire first just so you guys can see the pitching matchup, and then we'll go over here and look at how the money was spent on these teams. So looking at the first matchup that I like, it's going to be the Dodgers in Pittsburgh versus the Pirates. Obviously, Dodgers are the better team here. They are minus 182. It is slightly juiced odds. If you want to take them minus 1.5, you can. I'm going to play just a minus 182 juice line. I'm going with that. If you look at it over here on Outlier, you can see the best odds you can get for the Dodgers is going to be on whatever this K app is. I don't even know what app that is. I'm going to be honest with you. But it is minus 163. So it's there. You can get best odds on Pittsburgh is going to be on Fliff. But minus 163 odds is where you can get the most value according to Outlier. If you guys do want to try out this outlier.bet site, you can get $7 or 7 days. Let's try this again for free by using our link down in the description. Just want to let you guys know. I use this for every single money line, player prop, whatever. Whenever I research, I pull it up on Outlier, just take a look at some of the stats they have because it is a very good platform. That being said, we got Clayton Kershaw on the mound against Bubba Chandler. Clayton Kershaw, not a pitcher that I really like playing that often, but he is 9-2 on the season. He only has a 3.06 ERA. He's going against Bubba Chandler, who this is his really his first start with 0.0 ERA. You can see down here, well, obviously, I already went over the Dodgers money line minus 182, but the over-under on this play is 8.5 runs. If we click Clayton Kershaw down here and look at this Pittsburgh offense, not anything that looks bad, man. You got Pham right here with 20 at-bats and only 1 hit. You got McCutchen, 41 at-bats, 11 hits. Nobody else really has any data on here. No OPS looks scary. I mean, lots of data between these two hitters, but they haven't hit off Kershaw at all, man. Like, they really have not done well versus Kershaw. Kershaw has a 115 whip, so obviously he's got some pretty good control, 58 Ks. Not a high strikeout pitcher at all. That's one reason I don't like playing Kershaw, is because he never strikes out a batter when I need him to. But regardless, guys, I think Dodgers come out here and get a win. If we click Bubba Chandler, there's probably not going to be any 0 at-bats, obviously. Just, I mean, wanted to show that anyways. 0.5 whip. Nothing really here that we can look at for Bubba Chandler. I just think that Dodgers come out here, they're going to be a better offense against a pitcher with more experience or less experience. I just think it's going to be a good game for the Dodgers today. Took their money line minus 170-ish on Bovada. Let me tell you the exact odds that I played him at. Yeah, mine is actually minus 183, so I got it right at this one. It's actually worse than this, so 183. I played it pretty juiced, but it's up to you guys if you want to take that line. If you look at the money here, public betting, 87% of the bets with 86% of the money are taking the Dodgers. If you go to the run line, minus 1.5 spread for the Dodgers to win, 80% of the bets, 79% of the money are on the Dodgers to cover that spread. I'm not going to say I trust the Dodgers on this spread a lot. It's plus money for them to cover the spread. You're getting way better value. Plus money on Profit X if you guys do want to take that. I don't think that's a bad play at all. I think Dodgers win pretty good. I just got bit by the Red Sox the other day, winning by 1 run on one of these spreads. So spreads on baseball sometimes a little bit scary. And then the over-under, 56% of the bets with 46% of the money are on the over, so kind of even on that one. So that's going to be first money line pick of the day. Jumping into the second money line pick of the day that I have, the one that I like, and this one's going to be for the Royals. So you got the Royals playing at home versus the Angels. You got Michael Lorenzen on the mound against Mitch Ferris. Royals right now are minus 164 odds. The best odds for this game, and let's get this pulled up over here as well. So the best odds for this game are going to be for the Royals at minus 150 on whatever that K app is. If you wanted to play the Angels, Novig has the best value at plus 147. Spread on this one, Royals minus 1.5 plus 130 odds. Probably wouldn't touch the spread on this one. This one's kind of a tough matchup to call. I could see the Angels coming out here and pulling out the upset, but overall the Royals are the better team. They got Lorenzen on the mound, which Lorenzen doesn't impress me very often. Lorenzen struggles a little bit sometimes. He has 4.6 ERA with a 135 whip. If you come down here and look at how this offense bats versus Lorenzen, not a whole lot of data. 2 at-bats, 0 hits. All right, 5 at-bats, 2 hits, 4-1, 5-2, 8-3, 6-1, 3-0. OPS, you got a 1.5 here and a 1.1 here with 5 and 8 at-bats. So gets a little bit rough in some of these spots. Not a whole lot of data to go off of either. Obviously, the bottom 4 haven't even seen Lorenzen. Lorenzen's not a super scary pitcher in terms of when hitters come up. So anyways, 4.62 ERA. Our ERA is obviously not that good. Regardless, I see the Royals winning this game against Mitch Ferris. That's just my personal opinion, and I think they're going to come out here and get a dub. Public betting on this one, 81% of the bets, 68% of the money are on the Royals, which I actually didn't look at this game's percentages on how the money spread out or anything like that. So this is new to me as well. Run line, 58% of the bets, 75% of the money are on the Royals to win this game as well and cover the spread. And then you got the over-unders pretty much 50-50 on both sides. But public betting is pretty much on the same thing as me. Sometimes that scares me just because you know how that goes when popular plays. When you pick a popular play and everybody loses. But anyways, we'll see what happens with here. I like the Royals in this matchup, and I think they do come out here and cash. So that's what I got for money lines for today's video. Obviously, money lines isn't something I usually do a lot of on MLB, but I'm going to start giving some away for free because we've been killing it, and maybe it provides more value for some of the ones who can't play player props. But that being said, let's jump into some of these player props, guys. So the first one that I have is going to be for our man Nolan McLean. I have Nolan McLean, and I'm taking him to give us 22.5 fantasy score, and this is on the Sleeper app specifically. So this is value that I liked on the Sleeper app that you're not going to get on most other platforms. So Sleeper is obviously going to be like seven points lower. So looking at Nolan McLean, you can see he's cashed this line in 3 straight games. The only 3 starts he has this season. He had 38, 42, and 48 fantasy score. That's versus the Braves, the Phillies, and the Mariners. That is 3 strong teams that he has cashed this line with, and he's almost doubled it. So great matchup in terms of, well, I'm not going to say great matchup. Playing against the Tigers. Tigers are at home in Detroit, so this could be a tough matchup as well. If you look at McLean, he's 3-0 on the season, a .89 ERA, and then .69 whip, so obviously he only has 3 starts. Very skewed in that aspect. There's not much data. If you look at strikeouts per 9 innings, he's getting right at 9.3 Ks per 9 innings, so right at a strikeout per inning pitcher as of right now. If you look at see how many innings he pitched first of all. So he pitched 5.17 and then 8 innings in those 3 games. So literally going very deep into these games, getting 93 pitches per game on average. If you look at the batting average for Detroit, they have not been good as of lately. 22nd, and 21st in terms of batting average, on-base percentage, and OPS, and this is over the last 30 games. A .238 batting average, a .304 on-base percentage, and a .706 OPS. So I think we're just getting good value here from McLean if you take him on Sleeper. His Prizepicks, I don't even know if Prizepicks has him up yet. Is there a fantasy score here for pitchers? No, there's not. So Prizepicks doesn't even have fantasy score on the board right now. We can pull up Nolan McLean. Let's see. Yeah, so it's not up there. I don't know what the fantasy score is going to be at. It's probably going to be 7 or 8 higher if I had to pick. It'd probably be around 30 if it was my guess. But Nolan McLean should get quite a few Ks against a team that strikes out. And we can come down here and look at Detroit. They strike out 23rd in the league at 24.3% of the time and 28th in the league at 24% of the time on the season. So strike out a good bit. McLean's had 6, 7, and 8 strikeouts in his last 3 games. Should get quite a few strikeouts today. I would assume he gets at least 1 per inning, hopefully. He should go at least 5 innings, and this line being at 20-something or 22.5 is very low for a pitcher who's been pitching like this. So got to lock that one in. One of my favorite fantasy score props on the board. That being said, guys, I do want to do one plug before we jump into our next player prop. If you guys have not joined our Discord, join our Discord right now. It is free to join. Link is down in the description. If you guys want to get every single play we post, money lines, player props, our mods picks, a huge community with 18,000 people, join our WAP. $25 a month or $10 a week. You can get in there, and we'd love to have you guys in there. But link to the WAP is down in the description. That's all I wanted to say. Let's jump into our second player prop of the day. The second player prop is going to be for Bryan Woo. Now, this is going to be the pitcher that we paired with Nolan McLean. And Bryan Woo, fantasy score on Sleeper, is currently sitting at 27.5, and that's what I'm locking. He has cashed this in 5 straight games, and he's cashed it in 58% on the season, averaging 32.31 fantasy score on the season. So, looking at this matchup, it is the Mariners in Tampa Bay versus the Rays. Bryan Woo obviously has been a lights-out pitcher. He is pitching versus Rasmussen. Rasmussen has been pretty dang good himself. He's 10-5 with a .264 ERA and a .98 WHIP. If you look at our man Bryan Woo, he's 12-7 on the season, a .295 ERA, and a .95 WHIP. So well above average in every category as a pitcher. He's a very good pitcher. Versus Tampa Bay, he had 1 game. He had a .450 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP, and you can see he had 40 fantasy score in that game versus Tampa Bay, where they got a nice little win, and he pitched, I'm not sure how many innings, probably 6 innings. We can take a look here. Last game, yeah, he pitched 6 innings with 99 pitches. On the season, he's averaging 6.1 innings, and he's averaging around 91 pitches per game. So he's got a long leash. Don't have to worry about him getting pulled at 70 to 80 pitches unless he's getting completely lit up. I think this is a good matchup for our man Bryan Woo. He averages 1 strikeout per inning, 9.07 per 9 innings. If you come down here and look at Tampa Bay versus right-handed pitcher, not been that great. Slug percentage is pretty good, but overall, their batting average is a .246 and a .304 on their last 30 games. So it's come down a lot from the start of the season. The start of the season, they were very hot with a .260 batting average and a .323 on-base percentage. So haven't been hitting as well against a pitcher like this. And Bryan Woo, I got to lock in Bryan Woo fantasy score. I think he comes out here and cashes this. His strikeout line sitting at 5.5 Ks. I think that's another prop he could hit if you come down here and look at Tampa Bay versus right-handed pitchers. They strike out 24% of the time over the last 30 games, so 24th in the league. Striking out a ton, which is obviously going to be a ton of fantasy. Bryan Woo doesn't give up a whole lot of walks. It's just a good matchup in my opinion. I think Brian Wu comes out here and cashes it. So I'm going to show you guys the slip I locked in. Here's your first free slip of the day if you want to lock it in on Sleeper. If you guys do play this on Sleeper, code ACES on Sleeper will get you a free month of our VIP as well as I think it's $50 in free bets. So if you guys want to try that out, code ACES. Link is down in the description to sign up for Sleeper, and you guys can tell this slip $100 to win $278 if you guys do want to tell. So that being said, pick number 3 and the start of our second slip of the day is going to be for our man Logan Webb. So I'm taking Logan Webb strikeout. So I'm taking his original line. Logan Webb, San Francisco Giants pitcher, pitching in Colorado versus Colorado, obviously. I'm going to come over here and look at Ks. His line is set at 5.5 Ks. Logan Webb's a high strikeout pitcher, guys. 9.69 strikeouts per 9 innings. He's 12-9 on the season with a 3.16 ERA and a 121 whip. Very, very good pitcher. A pitcher with a very long leash. Averages 96.5 pitches per game. All these games over 100 pitches, man. 110 right here, 109 right there. Very long leash. Pitching in Coors Field. That is the struggle, man. Colorado is one of the worst or one of the highest strikeout teams in the league. When they play at home, they don't strike out as much. It is much easier to get contact on these balls, and when they get contact on them in Coors Field with low elevation, the balls go further. That's just the way it works. It's a hitter-friendly park. Majority of baseball knowers know this, or pretty much all baseball watchers pretty much know Coors Field is the place where runs are given up. That being said, Colorado still strikes out 24% in their last 30 and 26% on the season. Very, very high strikeout team against a pitcher that has a very long leash and strikes out a lot of batters. So it's hard for me not to take Logan Webb at a 5.5 Ks. I think he goes 5 to 6 innings. He goes at least 5 in my opinion. I think he gives us 6 with a high pitch count. That's my opinion. And I think Logan Webb gives us 6 Ks. So I'm taking a chance on this one. If you want to buy him down to 4.5, 4.5 is obviously going to be a very safe play. I'm going to pull it up here. It's a 1.5x on parlay play. If you play it on Prizepicks, we can take a look at the value here, which Prizepicks is another place you can if you want. So right here, it shows as a goblin, but the payout is very close to a regular line. If you want to take Logan Webb at 6, you can, but I think the value at 6 right here is going to be a ton of push potential because there's lots of chances he ends up at 6 on the dot. So just throwing it out there, I'd probably fade 6, but 5.5, I like this payout a lot on this one, and I'm going to be locking in Logan Webb over 5.5 Ks. Who did I pair him with? I ended up pairing him with our man Lorenzen. We took Michael Lorenzen. I bought his strikeout line down to pair with Logan Webb to give us more right. I think it's a little less than a double up, to be honest with you, but I'm playing it anyway. So we got Lorenzen over 3.5 strikeouts. He's cashed this line 8 of his last 10, and he's cashed this line in 16 of 21 games on the season, averaging right at 5 Ks per game. If you look at the matchup, it's versus the Angels. We've already talked about this. The Angels are a high strikeout team. They strike out more than any other team in the league, and that's both on the last 30 games and on the season. They're striking out 29.5% right now. 30% strikeout rate is crazy. Lorenzen's not a high strikeout pitcher. He does strike out 8 per 9 innings, so almost 1, not quite there. He's 5-8 on the season. We already talked about him, a 4.62 ERA and a 1.35 whip. Not a super good pitcher. His head-to-head data versus the Angels, he's had 5, 6, and 3 Ks in his last 3 games. None are from this season. This season, I think Lorenzen cashes this line again for us, guys. First game versus the Angels. I think it gives it at least 4 Ks. If you want to take him higher, you can. So let's take a look at this. Lorenzen, 3.5 Ks is going to give us a 1.8x, and then 4.5 Ks is going to give us a 2.5x. If you pull it up on Prizepicks, Lorenzen, 3.5 Ks gives us a 1.8x, and then 4.5 Ks gives us a 2.25x, which is terrible value compared to Parlay Play. Parlay Play is definitely the best app. So if you guys want to sign up for Parlay Play, here's a good plug for that one. Code Fantasy Aces gets you a free month of VIP, $5 for free, and a $100 deposit match. I use Parlay Play all the time. If you guys want to use it, it's one of my favorite apps. The website's a little bit buggy sometimes. Not on your phone. The app is fine, but the website itself is a little buggy for the videos. Just want to throw that out there. But Lorenzen, we could play at 4.5 Ks. Not a bad line. Obviously, the hit rate on this was not going to be nearly as high. I think he comes out here. I think he could do this. I think 5 could be something we can take. I'm going to risk it with Lorenzen at 5. I'm going to do it for the video because I want the payout to be a little bit better, and we're going to lock it in. So Michael Lorenzen, 4.5 Ks, paired with Logan Webb, 5.5 Ks. That's going to give us 250 to win 615 if you guys do want to tell that slip. But that's what I've got for today, guys. So a little recap of what we did. We have the Dodgers money line. We have the Royals money line. We have Nolan McClain over fantasy score, which I gave you guys the free slip. It popped up back. If you skip through the video, just go back and you can see the free slip on Sleeper. Nolan McClain fantasy score, Brian Wu fantasy score, Logan Webb strikeouts, and then we have Michael Lorenzen strikeouts as well. So lock these in, guys, if you like them. Fade them if you don't. MLB only today. Play a little bit light. We got NFL in 2 days. Like, there's no point in losing all your bankroll or anything like that because NFL is going to be lights out, guys. NFL is probably my favorite sport to bet on just because I enjoy watching NFL so much. But obviously that one in NBA. NBA is fun as well. But anyways, guys, we got it in 2 days. Hopefully you guys are in our Discord before NFL season starts. We'd love to have you in there. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you. Leave a like and comment on this video for a chance at free VIP, and I'll see you guys in the next one.